Cut it out. Have you ever heard someone tell a kid that, or maybe you've said that to someone? That's pretty much how Jesus told us to treat sin in our lives. Jesus said, stop sinning. Good morning, and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 5:30, and we'll be reading from the New Living Translation to start today, where Jesus said, "And if your hand, even your stronger hand, causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell." Well, it doesn't get much clearer than that. I mean, Jesus literally, in kind of a gruesome way, said, cut it out. It's a pretty rough analogy here, but sin is gruesome. It's bad. All sin, any sin. Jesus used quite a few extreme analogies. In Matthew 5:29, he says, if your right eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. Now, the context of what Jesus was saying there and here as well, he's discussing the details of the law as opposed to fulfilling or filling up the real meaning of the law. It's not enough to keep the big list of what to do and not to do. For instance, on the big list, don't murder. That's pretty easy to avoid, right? But Jesus filled up that understanding by saying, hey, don't even hate. Don't call anyone a fool. In fact, even those that hate you and oppose you and treat you wrong, treat them good. Pray for them. Do good for them. Now, sometimes we excuse other sins by checking off the big list of sins that we don't do. Hey, I don't murder. I'm okay. And then we end up comparing and blaming others, just like what happened in Genesis 3, where Adam and Eve had sinned. God confronted them, and Adam said, well, it was the woman. She's the one who did it. And then God said to the woman, to Eve, why have you done this? And the woman replied, well, it's the snake. Our first response to sin, because of the shame and guilt that sin causes by nature, our first response is often to blame someone else or to compare our righteousness with someone else. But excuses are useless. How should you respond to the awareness of your own sin? Cut it out, no matter what it takes. Excuses are useless against sin. Blaming someone else is useless against sin. And sin often says, well, that's just the way I am. And Jesus says, live the way that I command. That's who you are. Defeating sin is something that we can't do alone. We need Jesus. We need the power of the Holy Spirit. And we also need each other. It's something that we can help each other with. That's why we not only need a committed relationship with God, with Jesus, but also with each other. With other Jesus followers. One of the verses that helped inspire the name of our church, Today Church, is Hebrews 3:13, where it says, you must warn each other every day while it is still today, so that none of you will be deceived by sin and hardened against God. It's an everyday thing, and it's something that we can help each other with. That's why we're told to confess our faults one to another. Because sin, all sin, we need to cut it out. And we need to stop pretending it's not sin by comparing our righteousness to others or blaming others. Jesus said, hey, whatever it takes, cut it off, cut it out. Jesus said, stop sinning. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really does mean a lot If you like it, if you share it, if you comment. Good morning, Tina. Good to see you. I really appreciate all the support. I hope that you have an amazing day. And I really, really hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. There really is no other way to live. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.